Salut! Today I want to talk about something that I find very interesting and very disturbing at the same time. I want to talk about an apology. What is an apology? An apology is a regretful acknowledgement of one's failures or one's offense. And I observe that with some people, an apology is one thing they cannot give. I will talk about those who hardly receive it, but I want to talk about the fact that some people hardly give an apology. An apology is one thing that is very precise, an acknowledgement of one's offense or one's failure. Okay, so you should give an apology in the event that you fail or you offend some other person. It is only healthy that you apologize. But in this part of the world, have you eaten? Is an apology. Person no dey play with you is an apology. It's not like that now. Na joke I dey joke now. It's an apology. An apology can be rendered or be given by saying, I'm sorry, by discussing what really happened. It is good communication breeds for a healthy and appropriate apology. But in this part of the world, I observe that we like to underplay or underrepresent an apology. The thing we fail to realize is that an apology can mend fences, an apology can make, an apology can mar, if not rendered. So you see, when we try to cover it up, do other things in place of what we should do, which is apologize, we are only postponing the evil day, or we are only drawing it closer. Because human beings can only take your offense or the offense you give them for a short period of time. Not every human being will tolerate the offense you serve them perpetually, habitually. We should take apologies more seriously and we should be intentional when giving the apology. Sometimes I see this situation where you want to, you know, um, resolve a pending issue. You want to resolve a problem. And then I see what people look. If you know you're not adequate enough, don't go to resolve issues. No, I'm serious. Like now, I'm serious. If you know you don't have what it takes, don't go to resolve people's issues. If you know you're not patient, you're not understanding, and you're not going to give a level playing ground, or you don't know how to diplomatically attend to issues, please avoid going to settle people's issues. Sometimes it will only take an apology to resolve an issue, but this is what I find out. Most of the time, in some situations, you hear people say things like, just apologize now. No, this is me now talking. I don't find that very healthy and very conducive. Don't shut people up by forcing them to give an apology. An apology should not be forced. When it's forced, it's not healthy. You should be willing. It should come from the reserve or the resource of your heart that says, look, I want to give this. Okay? So I see people force people to you come, they tell you to sort out an issue that is pending, and then you call the aggrieved party and you say, just apologize, let everything just be like that. You show things under the no. The healthy or the proper route to go is, look, make people understand. Some people offend you and they don't even understand that they've offended you. So you must let the aggrieved party speak. Of course, maybe that's why we have the court of law, so all the parties can bring all their issues to the fore. That's why we need people who are proper to handle some of these issues. What's my point? Don't force somebody, don't just fling it, don't just make people, don't just, particularly with children. I remember growing up as a child, just say sorry because this person is your senior. No. If you have children and you're in the habit of telling your children, just apologize without making them truly understand that these are the issues, this is why you should apologize, or without hearing from the child why they feel offended or why they feel betrayed, why you should give them an apology, then there is a problem. These are some of the things that give children trauma. These are some of the things that give children, mess them up psychologically. You're not listening to them. You're not listening to how offended they are because you think that they're children. And we carry this on sometimes even with your spouses. You don't want to hear how offended they are. You You don't want to render, you just, sometimes you even tell the offended party, just say sorry, so that if everything would just be okay. And these people keep accumulating and amassing offense. And they're just, and this is something that happens. The day the camel's back will break, it's not going to be funny. An apology can make a pleasant relationship, or it could just damage a relationship. It is not just about giving it, but communicate. Let the aggrieved party be able to speak. And I have made mention of children. Sometimes you think that children don't have emotions, and you think you can't act their you can't act their emotions. You offend the child and you tell the child, "Have you eaten? Have you eaten what?" That's not an apology. Learn to speak to your children. Learn to speak to your friends. Learn to speak with your spouses. Learn to speak with your subordinates. Learn to speak with your colleagues. If somebody offends you, it's okay. It's okay for you to say, "Look, I feel offended in this regard. This is where I feel you failed." It's okay. Please, let us not trivialize an apology. An apology is a significant key, a significant rudiment, a significant condiment in relationships, in every human relationship. And the one we underplay, parents, you can apologize to your children. In the part of the world where we come from, we think that this is an up the hill task. No, it isn't. Sometimes you drive so hard, you should apologize to your children. Sometimes you go beast mode, you should apologize. Yes, it's okay to apologize to your kids, because yes, you're human and you offend them as well. And when you're that kind of person, that's the only way you also can elicit a free will apology from your own children when they have skid off, or when they have gone wrong, or when they have erred. Okay? An apology does not demean you, does not abase you, does not reduce you. When it is time to apologize, it's not time to be braggadocious or ostentatious. It's not time to be, no, calm down. Okay? Having said that, sometimes all you need is to render an apology. One of the worst things I heard in my life, somebody said to me, "I wanted to apologize." And I said, "You wanted to. So why didn't you?" Have a nice day. Salut.